Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Allie from Absolutely Allie, and I'm going to do a quick 5-minute face. So a 5-minute face is something that when you're in a hurry or you don't want to do too much makeup, or you want to look good for kind of a social function and you only have the limited time or the limited makeup. So first you need to wash your face, which I've already done that, and I've already moisturized, so make sure you get your favorite cleanser and moisturize, and make sure you do that in the morning and at night. Next, what you need to do is put on a primer. Primer helps your makeup stay on your face longer. I'm using a Clinique Super Primer. This came in a sample packet of Clinique stuff, so I want to try this out to see how it works. I like to try different products to know which ones I really like, so I can let you all know which ones I think are good. So I put a couple dots on my face, and then what I do is I rub it in. I try to use a brush, a bigger brush, or kind of a medium-sized brush, and rub it in and make sure I have it all over my face. And I want to prime my eyebrows or my eyelids and my forehead, nose area. You want to make sure you're priming everything so that your makeup can look even and it's all over your face. Next, what you do is you get your favorite foundation. I usually use two different foundations because I like to blend them, because a lot of times foundations don't always match exactly with your skin tone or skin color. So if you blend them together and use multiple ones, sometimes you can find the perfect match. I'm using an Arbonne Tinted Moisturizer, and the other one I'll be using is a BB cream, which I'll talk about in a second. This one from Arbonne has an SPF of 15, so I like to try to make sure that I have my makeup have an SPF because it kills two birds with one stone. So the next one is a BB cream, the 8-in-1 Skin Perfector from Maybelline. I'll link all the things that I'm using below, and yet I apply this kind of similar as I do the primer to make sure that I get enough all over my face. One is a lighter color and one's a darker color. I also try to do my eyelids because it helps for my eyeshadow to stay on better if I do that. And I blend this in with a brush. This is a bigger brush, another one. And make sure you're blending all over your face, because there's nothing worse than having makeup lines, I think. I mean, other people might think differently, but make sure that it looks like it's the right skin color, skin tone for you, and make sure you're blending, make sure you're blending your jawline and kind of close to your neckline and your scalp line so that it doesn't look like you have on makeup or the wrong color. So once you get that blended in, one more time, just all over, one more time again. Once you have that blended in, I try to go back and put on my concealer. This is a matte concealer. You try to get it one shade lighter than your skin tone or your foundation, because you want to make sure you're covering up those spots that you don't want to see, or those under eyes or circles if you had a late night or whatever. You try to make sure you get it really good in there, and sometimes I also put a little bit, like I said, on my eyelids because it helps for your eyeshadow to stay better. I also use a brush to blend this in, and I dab this. I don't rub or pull because it's the under eye area, and like we all know, that's very, very sensitive, and we don't want premature wrinkles. That's not a good look for anybody, is it? So blend this in, dab it all around the top of my eye, underneath my eye. I try to cover because I feel like I have tired eyes, not necessarily wrinkles or bags or anything like that, but sometimes we all don't get enough sleep, so I try to make sure I'm covering up the dark circles under my eyes and tiredness. So I'm looking in the mirror here, so if you're wondering why I'm staring off this way, I have a big mirror in front of me. So make sure it's all blended in. And like I said, dab and don't pull. Next, what I like to do is go in with a little bit of highlighter. This is the SD Edit Beam Team. It's Hydrate and Glow. It's Highlight and Illuminator. I dab a little. I like to highlight because I like that shimmery glow look. So I put a couple dots. I don't put as much of this on as I do with the foundation. I go back over it with my biggest brush and I make sure I blend this in pretty good. And since this is going to be a quick face, I don't contour because this is supposed to be like a 5 to 7 minute face, you know, something that you can put on pretty quickly and get out the door. So since contouring takes a little bit longer, I cut that out if I'm trying to do something quick. So once you have all that blended, what I like to do is go back in, and this is the SD Edit Flash Illuminator. And if you haven't tried SD Edit products, you should. I love them. I have about 3 of them. And this video is not sponsored by them, but these were sent to me for free and I love them and I want to try more of them. I put this underneath my eyes again and I dab just to make it a little bit lighter. And I take that same brush that I used to blend in my concealer and I blend in this underneath my eye. Since I have a little extra, I'm going to put some to highlight right here. Sometimes you like to highlight up top. Make sure it's all blended in. Make sure you're not pulling, but you're dabbing your eye. And make sure that it's all in, all blended in. Next, what I like to do is to put on my blush. This is from Arbonne and it's called Blossom. It's kind of a pinky gold color. I know you all probably can't see and sometimes my camera doesn't focus as well, but I kind of right now are into my pinky golds because they kind of highlight real well, and this one also matches with my shirt. So what you want to do is kind of go back towards the jawline, not go up too high unless you're trying to achieve higher cheekbones, which sometimes people are. Sometimes I suck in my cheeks to make sure I'm getting that area that I want to get. And I kind of highlight other little spots in the making. Next, what I do is I do my eyeshadow. And today I'm going to use 2 different colors. I'm going to use this, it's called, is it called Amber Rush? Yes, Amber Rush, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible. Kind of try to show you all. I love this. I only have 1 of these, and I'm going to go back and get more. This blends on so smooth, and it's such a pretty color. I'm into the shimmers right now, so that's why a lot of my makeup is very shimmery and sparkle. So I make sure I get all around both eyes. And the next one I'm going to use, it's MAC Amber Rush. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's like a gold shimmer, maybe a little bit of copper. And I add this down at the bottom, down here, just to give it a two-tone of color. And what I also do is I add this color down here underneath my eye a little bit to highlight. And then I'll add one more color in the crease of my eyelashes, or eyeline. I cannot talk today for some reason. In the crease of my eyelids to give it that a little bit of a smoky eye look. This one is another one of my favorites. It's from MAC and it's called Beauty Mark. It is like a purpley color, like a plummy color. And I've had this for a while. I'm not even sure if they sell it anymore, but I go in right at the crease and I add a little bit of this in. And this, usually I only do this if this is like a going out or like a social function or nighttime. I usually don't do the smoky eye for just going to work, everyday work. Eventually I'll do a tutorial of my just basic work look, which is pretty simple and easy. After I do all of that, I go in with a brush and I just kind of brush it just to make sure it's all blended in. Splotchy spots, you want it all to kind of look uniform. Next, what I do is I take my bronzer, and this is a MAC Mineralizer Skin Finish Bronzer. I'm not even sure what color this is, but you know, it's kind of like a medium brown. I go in all over my face and I bronze that in. I like to do this before I do my eyebrows and my eyeliner because I want to make sure that I can get in spots and not mess up my liner and my brow gel. So make sure that you have all of that blended in. And then next I will do my eyeliner. I use it's the Maybelline Eye Studio. It's a gel that comes with the wand. This is my very favorite. It's great if you're trying to sculpt eyeliner and do like winged eye, which I'm not going to do today. But I just want to do something simple and easy. So I'll start at the corner. And I go all the way to the other corner and I fill in between. I do not line my under eye. I know it's just something I started doing one day and I kind of like my eyes without it. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do that. I may do it again at some point, but right now I just like how it looks without it. And sometimes when I put on my mascara and stuff, it kind of already looks like it's lined. Okay, sorry. Sorry if I'm all up in the camera, but I can't see it as well if I stand too far back from the mirror. Alright. I think my eyeliner is pretty good now. But like I said, this is one of my favorites and it lasts a pretty long time. Next, what I do is I have this Oh My Brow. It's like a highlighter. So what I do is I put a little bit underneath before I start using the brow gel to sculpt my eyes. Just to make it, you know, look a little bit more defined. So then it comes with a sponge on the other side and you can just take the sponge and make sure it's all blend it in so you don't have any harsh lines. And it kind of highlights your brows. And then after I do that, I do my brows and then I do my lashes. So I'm gonna do my brows first. And this is, before I start doing this is the Maybelline Brow Drama. This is in deep brown. You kind of want a color that's a shade or two lighter than the color of your eyebrows, which my eyebrows are black. So you don't want to do it in black because then they start to look too dark or too harsh. Then after you put the gel on there, you want to brush or comb through to make sure it's even. And I usually, which I forgot to do and I'm going to do now, take my eyebrow eyeliner on this eye because this one's a little thinner than my other one, and fill it in just a tiny bit. The way you want to fill in your brows is by doing little strokes, not one hard line, because if you do one hard line it kind of looks drawn on. So next I'll do my other eye, and sometimes it comes out in a lot. That's why you want to make sure you brush them in and don't wait too long to do it, because once it dries it's hard to fix. You have to almost practically rewash your face, or I try to use those makeup wipes and just wipe off my brow. So need to blend in more of this because I can see it. Don't want to walk around looking like I don't have blended makeup. It's hard to do when you're trying to talk and do these at the same time. So I think that's good. I may take the brush and go over it again after it dries, just to make sure that, you know, it doesn't look like it's not blended in. Next, what I do is I do my lashes, which are Maybelline Lash Sensational. I love this. It makes me look like I have on fake lashes, or at least I think it makes me look like I have on fake lashes. It's some of the best, I think, from the drugstore. I know there's a lot other ones that are out there that are more expensive that do a great job as well. But if you're on a budget, or if you just like trying a bunch of different products, you know, you don't want to spend too much money. So I do my bottom lashes and I run the wand across the top, and then I kind of try to do them a little bit individually. And then I do the next side. If you all have some great products that you all like that are from the drugstore or even department stores, let me know. Definitely put them in the comments below. Or you can also check out my blog and at absolutelyally.com and put them in the comments there. Also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do and like. And let me know if you have a YouTube channel, because I would love to subscribe. So after I do my lashes, I focus on doing my lips. So you want to you always make sure that your lips are moisturized. Find a good chapstick or lip moisturizer conditioner and put that on first. I usually try to. And the best way to keep your lipstick on, I know there's a lot of mattes out there, is to take an eyeliner that's close, or not an eyeliner, a lip liner that's close to the color that you're going to use, and take it and rub it all over your lips. That definitely helps your lipstick stay longer. And the color I'm going to use is this Nude Nuisance, and this is a Maybelline. It's a matte. It's a very pretty color. Nudes are in right now, so and that's pretty much, you know, it's probably a little bit more than 5 minutes, maybe like 7-minute face. You can always cut out anything, you know, that you don't need or want. I will do another tutorial on longer makeup where we do contouring and put on lashes and try out a couple different other things that you might want on your face. But thank you all for stopping by. Like I said, please subscribe and like, and let me know if you have a YouTube channel. So hope to see you back again. Bye.